If you've ever overpaid for lacking one small tool or gotten sky-high auto repair quotes just for missing proper diagnostic gear, this list of all brand new items could change how you shop forever. You'd be awesome if you subscribed and liked this video. Predator Dual Fuel Inverter Generator. Whenever major storms leave neighborhoods powerless for days, many families scramble for generators. The $799.99 list price of the newly released Predator 4200-watt dual fuel inverter generator makes it worth eyeing before that happens. If hurricane season is near or you RV often, buy it now, though the brand occasionally offers $50 to $80 coupons in fall. It hits 4,200 starting watts and 3,200 running watts on gas or 2,900 watts on propane, flexible enough for camping or emergencies. Noise is just 59.8 decibels. It features USB charging ports and a function burning off residual gas in the carburetor before storage. Compared to a Honda EU 3200i over $2,200, the Predator costs about a third while keeping pure sine wave power safe for electronics. Hercules Job Site Table Saw. If you have an urgent woodworking project, buy the newly released Hercules 15-amp Job Site Table Saw immediately, without waiting, as delaying this tool delays your work. The 15-amp motor hits 5,800 revolutions per minute with a 24.5-inch maximum rip capacity, easily slicing 4x8-foot plywood smoothly without mid-cut binding. Its biggest highlight is the rack and pinion fence system, keeping the fence perfectly parallel to the blade so cuts won't drift on long boards. Thanks to this, at $299.99, its accuracy is about 95% of the legendary DeWalt DWE 7485, priced $399 to $449 at Home Depot, meaning you save $100 to $150 with nearly unchanged quality. There's a common home auto diagnostic mistake. Many replace wrong parts, wasting hundreds of dollars while the issue remains. The next item helps you avoid that vicious cycle. Icon Cooling System Pressure Test Kit. Unless you're a professional mechanic needing daily bread and butter tools, Icon's newly released 23-piece cooling system pressure test kit is worth waiting for a 15 to 20% discount coupon rather than buying right away at list price. Because this isn't an urgent day-to-day tool. The reason it's worth waiting for rather than skipping is its hand pump with an integrated gauge from 0 to 35 pounds per square inch, along with 22 hardened steel adapters compatible with American, Japanese, and European cars like Audi or BMW. Additionally, the carrying case has a removable spindle to fit right inside a tool chest drawer, making it convenient to carry around anytime. And if you are still hesitant about the price, look over at the equivalent Snap-on kit priced up to $1,215, while Icon's list price is only $399.99. A gap large enough to make you feel confident when choosing Icon. Icon Pneumatic Vacuum Coolant Refiller and Tester. Engine overheating due to trapped air in the cooling lines, which pros often call an air pocket, is a nightmare for many DIYers. And exactly because of that nightmare, the new coolant pressure refiller and tester from Icon becomes noteworthy. Its vacuum pump sucks out air pockets before refilling new fluid at a rate of about 23 seconds per gallon, while the standard 1/4 of an inch NPT air inlet works stably across the 90 to 150 pounds per square inch range. Thanks to its sturdy metal body and solid brass valve head, it feels much more solid in hand than typical plastic ones. And at only $119.99, this item has almost no rivals in its segment. Therefore, you can buy it right away without overthinking. This is one of the few items in this launch that requires no further waiting. Icon Refrigerant Leak Detector. The $179.99 price tag for Icon's newly released refrigerant leak detector might not sound cheap, but placed next to Fieldpiece or Robin Air machines ranging from $250 to $350, it is much easier to accept. So if you're not in a hurry, waiting for a 15 to 20% discount for an even better price won't hurt. The reason the machine is reliable despite the not-so-cheap price is its 16-inch flexible probe, accurately detecting modern automotive refrigerants like R134A and R1234YF. as well as home AC refrigerants like R410A or R22, and responding via an LED bar graph and a fairly sensitive alarm buzzer for its price range. A car leaking AC refrigerant midsummer is a situation nobody wants to face. And exactly because of that, this is a diagnostic tool worth having ready in your garage before that actually happens. Icon Handheld Inspection Camera. If you want to look inside a cylinder for a scored wall or a burnt valve without taking apart the whole engine block, Icon's newly released 4.3-inch color inspection camera is the tool that lets you see firsthand instead of guessing through engine noise. Thanks to a 5.5mm dual waterproof camera head and a semi-rigid cable that stays straight when snaked deep, its applications actually go way beyond car repairs. From inspecting hidden wiring and drywall to finding clogs in residential plumbing lines. Precisely because of such a broad usage range, this belongs to the group where you should wait for a 20% discount coupon for the Icon line rather than buying right away at the $179.99 list price, since you completely have time to wait without delaying any urgent work. Icon Doyle Infrared Laser Thermometer. A temperature measuring range spanning from -40 degrees Fahrenheit up to over 1400 degrees Fahrenheit is the figure that makes the new Icon and Doyle infrared thermometers far outpace standard models that only read up to 600 degrees Fahrenheit. And this very wide range dictates which version you should choose. The $59.99 Doyle version is accurate enough for most household chores, but if you want the more familiar Icon brand for $64.99, just wait for a sale event to get a better deal instead of paying full price. Along with that, the rubber housing that resists impacts when dropped from a 10-foot height is a major plus for anyone frequently working outdoors or under a vehicle where tools can easily slip out of your hands. Thanks to this, you can use it to check brake rotor temperatures after a drive, scan exhaust manifolds to detect engine misfires, or track down heat leaks around house windows in the winter without touching anything. Earthquake XT Stubby Air Impact Wrench. Measuring exactly 4 inches long and weighing a mere 2.4 pounds, the newly released Earthquake XT Stubby Air Impact Wrench does not look like a tool capable of removing bolts with up to 700 to 800 foot-pounds of torque. Yet thanks to the jumbo hammer mechanism, it actually gets it done. Exactly because of this ultra-compact size, you can slip it straight into a wheel well to blast off brake caliper bolts or drop a transmission without dismantling the whole undercarriage. Something longer models like the $140 Aircat 1055TH or the $220 Ingersoll Rand 2115 Timex struggle to manage in tight spaces. With a list price of just $89.99 for a tool that does what more expensive gear struggles with, this is clearly a worthy buy. But this line very often sees a $69.99 coupon in the monthly flyer. So if you are not in a huge rush, waiting a beat before spending your money won't hurt at all. Many people take a small dent to a body shop only to be startled by a bill for several $100s, while the following section can help you handle it yourself for just a fraction of that cost. Maddox Pneumatic Paintless Dent Puller. Taking a car to an auto body shop just to fix a shallow dent on a door or hood can cost 3 times the $89.99 price of the newly released Maddox Pneumatic Paintless Dent Puller. And that exact cost gap is why you should buy it immediately if you need car repairs, instead of waiting further. Thanks to vacuum pressure reaching up to 150 pounds of pulling force, along with 3, 4, and 5-inch rubber suction cups and a rust-resistant nickel-plated slide shaft, it handles flat or slightly curved dents well without touching the paint, something traditional manual repairs struggle to do. However, note that it cannot fix sharp creased dents or overly deep ones from rock chips. In those cases, you should still take it to a professional rather than trying to DIY. Bauer High-Capacity Battery. High-quality battery cells and a 4-bar LED gauge on the newly released Bauer 20-volt 5.0 amp-hour battery 2-pack provide 3.5 times the runtime of a standard 1.5 amp-hour battery, making it capable of handling a full continuous workday on a job site without stopping midway to recharge. The $139.99 price might sound high, but the price frequently seen during real promotions is actually around $119.97, equaling roughly $60 per battery. So the listed figure is not something you need to worry about too much. Because of that exact difference, if you are not in a huge rush, you should wait for an ITC event or a parking lot sale, since occasionally this combo is pushed down to near $99.99, a level worth being patient for. Hercules Dual Voltage Parallel Charger. Who would have thought a battery charging station could truly simultaneously charge two batteries of different voltage systems, while dual chargers like the DeWalt DCB102 or Milwaukee typically only charge sequentially, finishing one before switching to the other? The newly released Hercules 12-amp dual voltage parallel charger does exactly that, charging both 12-volt and 20-volt batteries simultaneously, with a maximum 12-amp output. Thanks to an active cooling fan, a massive 8.0 amp-hour extreme performance battery fully charges in just 30 to 45 minutes, helping you practically eliminate downtime while running job site work. At $119.99 with a 3-year factory warranty, significantly lower than the $140 to $180 range of chargers in the same segment, this is a must-buy right now without hesitation for shop guys. Hercules Oil-Resistant Battery. Standard plastic battery housings easily become brittle and crack when exposed to brake fluid or gasoline in the garage. And this is exactly the problem the newly released Hercules 20-volt 2.0 amp-hour oil-resistant battery was built to solve. The chemical-resistant glass-filled nylon compound keeps the battery from deforming despite frequent contact with brake cleaner or motor oil, something standard batteries struggle to withstand long-term. Therefore, it is perfect for attaching to a compact impact wrench or an underhood work light in cramped engine bays, where oil splatters are a daily occurrence. The $44.99 price is reasonable if you frequently work on cars. But if you only do home woodworking, you should choose the standard battery version to save more. Many people still use angle grinders to cut iron pipes indoors, although this is one of the most accident-prone methods that few anticipate. The next item is a much safer choice for the exact same job. Bauer 20-volt compact cordless bandsaw. Placed next to the $179 Milwaukee M12 subcompact bandsaw or the DeWalt 20-volt Atomic, reaching $199, the newly released Bauer 20-volt compact cordless bandsaw delivers equivalent stability and cutting power for less than half the price. It smoothly cuts stock up to 2.5 inches thick, like round steel pipes, square tubing, or threaded rods, while the tool-free blade change lever mechanism makes operations quick, right in the middle of a job site. Yet what few notice when unboxing is that inside is just the bare tool, with no saw blade included, so you need to buy a separate bimetal blade pack to use it right away. The list price is $89.99, but you should wait for a Harbor Freight event offering a free battery when buying a battery starter kit to better optimize costs. Bauer 20-volt brushless cordless pruner. Continuously squeezing pruning shears all afternoon has caused wrist joint pain for quite a few older folks, and the newly released Bauer 20-volt brushless cordless pruner was practically born to completely eliminate that mechanical squeezing pressure. Thanks to a brushless motor and hardened steel blades coated to resist sap buildup, it smoothly cuts branches up to 1 inch thick in a split second, perfect for clearing gardens or pruning fruit trees in the fall. Compared to the $149 Milwaukee M12 pruner, Bauer's $64.99 price tag is only half as much, while the performance is no less, so this is an item you should buy right now without waiting for any sales. Bauer Precision Rotary Tool. Placed next to the $55 Dremel Stylo Plus 2050 at Home Depot, the newly released Bauer 0.6 amp precision rotary tool offers a 9 out of 10 equivalent for smoothness and performance, yet the price is $15 cheaper. The speed range from 4,000 to 20,000 revolutions per minute, along with a slim body like a large pen, helps you precisely engrave wood, deburr watch components, or clean electronic charging pins, something standard drills struggle to manage. Yet the list price is only $39.99. And this Bauer line often gets a 15 to 20% coupon or falls into the spring Black Friday sale. So waiting a beat before spending your money won't hurt at all. Hercules 6-piece crimped wire wheel set. At just $7.99 for Hercules' newly released 6-piece carbon steel wire wheel set, while equivalent Forney or Ryobi sets at Home Depot range from $12 to $16, this is clearly a price worth buying right now without hesitation. 3 styles, cup, flat, and end brushes, with a 1/4-inch round shank fit most drills or impact drivers, while the crimped steel wire prevents splintering at high speeds, a common flaw in cheap wire brushes. You can use it to blast away rust on steel beams, clean a pickup truck frame before undercoating, or strip old paint on iron gates without worrying about wires flying everywhere. This is a consumable item, so there is no need to wait for any further discounts. Pittsburgh Multi-Purpose Funnel Set. A multi-purpose funnel set for just $5.69 might not sound worth mentioning, but the newly released 3-piece set from Pittsburgh Automotive is the kind of small item that is very annoying to be missing exactly when you need it. Thick molded polyethylene plastic resists gasoline, transmission fluid, and coolant, while the wide anti-spill rim and air bleed rib prevent liquid from bubbling back up when pouring, a flaw cheap metal funnels often have. Precisely because it is so handy, you should keep one set in your car trunk and another hung on your garage wall, picking it up during this store visit rather than waiting for any sale. Doyle Screwdriver and Nut Driver Set. Who would have thought the newly released Doyle 8-in-1 Nut Driver was built to the exact footprint of the famous Klein tools, but with an added 1/4-inch socket adapter that the traditional Klein completely lacks. This small detail makes the Doyle beat the original while being much more affordable. Hardened alloy steel and an ergonomic rubber grip help you hold it firmly even during prolonged use, preventing fatigue or slipping mid-task. The 11-in-1 screwdriver version for $13.99 and the 8-in-1 nut driver version for $24.99 are both worth buying right away, as this price is incredibly cheap to replace an entire clunky bit box in your house. Many people buy a bulky round shop vacuum only to realize it takes up almost the entire pickup truck bed. The following section is a design type that helps you avoid exactly this hassle. Bauer 5 Peak Horsepower Wet Dry Vac. Traditional round shop vacuums from Rigid or ShopVac are often bulky and take up quite a bit of pickup truck bed space, whereas the newly released Bauer 5.5-gallon wet dry vacuum in a toolbox design stacks neatly in a shop corner or vehicle trunk much more easily. The 5-pitch horsepower motor delivers outstanding suction power compared to its compact footprint, while the bottom features modular latches locking securely onto the Bauer storage system to roll around much more conveniently than standard carrying. It comes complete with a flexible hose, 3 extension wands, a crevice nozzle, and a utility brush nozzle, so you don't need to buy anything else. At $79.99 with all accessories included, this is one of the best bargains in the Bauer lineup that you should buy right away. Bauer 22-inch Modular Heavy-Duty Tool Bag. The design of the newly released Bauer 22-inch Modular Heavy-Duty Tool Bag clearly draws inspiration from the 20-inch Milwaukee Packout, priced at $89 to $99. But its stitching quality scores a 9 out of 10 compared to the original, while saving you $20 to $30 instantly. The impact-resistant waterproof molded base latches directly onto the Bauer modular storage system, compatible with over 50 different stacking combinations, while tear-resistant 1680 denier ballistic fabric and oversized metal zippers let you pack drills, chargers, and hand tools neatly to the job site. If you are already using the Bauer storage system, this is an item you should buy right now to complete your setup. However, if you don't own a storage system yet, you might consider other items first. U.S. General Mini Tool Cart End Locker. Every time U.S. General releases a new colorway for its mini toolbox, like white, slate gray, or orange, it sells out so fast that many people end up deeply regretting missing out. Heavy-gauge stamped steel, smooth ball-bearing drawer slides just like the full-sized Master Series cabinets, and secure latches make it both a desk decoration and a neat storage spot for drill bits or driver bits. That said, don't rush to pay the full list price of $19.99, because if you time it right during an ITC member weekend offering 30% off items under $20, you'll only pay around $14. Luminar Everyday Full Spectrum LED Grow Light. Closing out today's list is a small yet warm addition for your kitchen corner. The newly released Luminar Everyday 11-watt clamp-on full-spectrum LED grow light, which can save a few pots of basil or ornamental peppers through a sun-deprived winter. The light spectrum simulates natural sunlight, features a 360-degree flexible gooseneck, and clamps onto tabletop edges up to 2 inches thick. Furthermore, because it produces minimal heat, you won't have to worry about scorching tender leaves even with the light kept close all day. At just $14.99, this is an item you can buy right away without waiting for any sales, serving as a nice little treat to wrap up the entire 22-item list. That wraps up all of the most notable, newly released tools this time around, from heavy-duty generators to a few dollar accessory that lasts a lifetime. Some are worth buying right away, while others are better off waiting for a coupon. Missing the right timing means paying more money than necessary.